On May 5th, U.S. regulators strictly limited who can receive the Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine due to a rare but serious risk of blood clots.
There is some breaking news tonight regarding the safety of a popular COVID vaccine. The news comes as the CDC says confirmed COVID cases are on the rise in 44 states as the U.S. closes in on a grim milestone, 1 million COVID deaths. Here's CBS's Nikki Batiste.
Tonight, the FDA now says it is limiting the use of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID vaccine to adults who can't get any other COVID shot because of a rare but potentially life-threatening risk of blood clots, just as another Omicron subvariant has swept in. From the Northeast, where COVID cases are up nearly 160%, to the West, a 200% spike in Los Angeles County.
Los Angeles is a reference to the lost or rebellious fallen angels.
You're likely going to see more transmission.
Cases are up in 44 states. Hospitalizations are rising in 33.
We have this new ultra-contagious Omicron subvariant.
The date of this announcement, May 5th, gives us the number 55, which is connected to death, according to Tom Waits' song, Oh, 55. It is important to note that Tom Waits was in the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I need lives. I need lives from the master. Master, what master? The master will come. And he has promised to make me immortal.
Dracula is the son of the serpent, Satan, who bites his victims and turns them into demons as well.
That's to my fault. I am black.
Therefore, the transformation of those who are bitten by the son of the devil points back to being crowned with the venom of the serpent. The Food and Drug Administration said that the shot should only be given to adults who cannot receive a different vaccine or specifically request Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. FDA officials said in a statement that they decided to restrict the Johnson & Johnson vaccine after taking another look at the data on the risk of life-threatening blood clots within 2 weeks of vaccination. Those of us who used our discernment and refused to be forced to take these vaccines were well aware that the people who invented and promoted them to the entire world already knew that they were dangerous and caused blood clots, and in fact were designed to kill.
Australians are being urged not to jump to conclusions over the death of a woman from blood clots after receiving the COVID vaccine.
On Thursday, we learned of an Oregon woman in her 50s who developed a serious blood clot in combination with very low platelets and died after her Johnson & Johnson shot.
The King County Department of Public Health says a local woman in her late 30s died from a rare blood clotting syndrome known as TTS. The health department says she died on September 7th after getting the one-dose vaccine about 2 weeks earlier.
Even after people started to die, after being crowned with the venom of the serpent, Fauci, the CDC, and FDA continued to lie about it, claiming that they could not definitively say the deaths of these people were directly related to the vaccine.
I want to emphasize that at this time, we do not know whether the Oregon woman's death is related to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Now, a year later, even after these deaths, the CDC still has not completely banned the use of this genetically altered mRNA serpent venom posing as a vaccine. Instead, they are placing a restriction on it, but still allowing its use.
Tonight, the FDA now says it is limiting the use of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID vaccine.
Here's a news clip from January 24th, 2020 that tells us Chinese scientists analyzed the genetic sequence of the virus and found that it came from venomous serpents.
So yeah, Dave, Chinese scientists have analyzed the genetic sequence of the virus, and it really appears that snakes like the Chinese krait and the Chinese cobra may be the source of the deadly coronavirus. They concluded this after identifying that the 2019 NCOV was a mix or recombination of two coronaviruses. One was known to infect bats, but the other had origin that was unknown. After considering other animal hosts, scientists concluded that it may have come from snakes.
Moreover, the documentary Watch the Water also put forth information which claims that the vaccines are identical to serpent venom as well.
You take that snake or that serpent and you figure out how to isolate genes from that serpent and get those genes of that serpent to insert itself into your God-given created DNA. I think this is the plan all along, was to get the serpents, the evil ones' DNA into your God-created DNA. And they figured out how to do it with this mRNA technology. They're using mRNA, which is mRNA extracted from, I believe, the king cobra venom. The king cobra venom. And I think they want to get that venom inside of you and make you a hybrid of Satan. No longer just belonging to God or a creation of God's.
Interestingly enough, serpent venom causes blood clots when it is mixed with human blood. Further, vaccines have been connected with the venom of serpents in the past. Here's a cartoon from a December 1894 anti-vaccination publication. So, there is nothing abnormal about being against having the government force you or your family to be injected with genetically altered mRNA vaccines, or vaccines of any kind for that matter, that we know to be deadly. Even with the evidence proving that these so-called miracle cures are dangerous and outright deadly, the media continues to push this poison to the masses like the good snake oil salesmen that they are. According to this new report, cases of people being crowned with the venom of the serpent are up in 44 states, and hospitalizations are up in 33. Once again, the number 44 connects being crowned with the venom of the serpent to Barack Obama, and the number 33 is 3 plus 3, which equals 6, and identifies Obama as the Viking, sixth king, or sixth god, the son of perdition, who will be indwelt by the king of the serpents, the dragon, devil, and Satan himself. I must also mention that back in February 2021, we were told that COVID cases fell in 44 states. So, there can be no doubt that they are connecting COVID with the number 44 on purpose. It is clear then that the plan all along was to get as many people across the world to submit to being bitten and subsequently poisoned by the venom of the serpent. And unfortunately, we know what happens to those who are bitten by the son of the devil. In the end, it matters not how many states are showing a rise of those who are crowned with the venom of the serpent. All that truly matters is what is the state of your soul. If you have not given your life to the Most High by accepting the blood sacrifice of the Paschal Lamb, Yahushua HaMashiach, which was shed on the cross as a propitiation for the redemption of sins, the time to do so is now. Amen. Shalom.